you're confident, you're being seen, you are making a difference in the world, and you are creating great money by talking about and doing what you love. And your business now is about something so much bigger than just you. It's about something so much bigger than money because your passion is behind it. And you are so lit up by what you do that you just can't stop. You're so insanely in love with what you do, and you're making great money. Hey, what is up, everybody? Oh my goodness, I am so incredibly excited for today. I am so incredibly proud of you for making it all the way to day 5. I've had people messaging me and reaching out and saying that they've had incredible results just watching this. It has just been blowing up. So many amazing results, you guys. And so if you have not been watching this the whole week, I encourage you to go back and watch it because it is absolutely just, it's mind-blowing, you guys. It does not make sense that so many people have activated their money abundance, and that they've activated their ability to choose and to shift from one set of beliefs, from one limiting place of lack into such abundance that, you guys, it is literally just, it's insane. You know, when I found myself in a place where I wasn't enough, the income wasn't enough, the title wasn't enough, the whatever it was that I was chasing after was not enough. What ended up happening was that I was stuck. Literally stuck in a mindset of not being enough, not having enough. And so what ended up happening is that, you know, it got to a point where when I started my business in 2014 and I looked around and I was viewing the world and I was viewing my business through the mindset and the lens of not enough, I was absolutely stuck. I was stuck. And so what ended up happening during that time was that, you know, like, you're always chasing a goal. You're always chasing something that is so unattainable. And I looked around at my life and literally, you guys, like, I was in this relationship where I didn't even realize at the time, because I was so distracted in trying to become something. I was so distracted in trying to prove my worth. I know that today. I was so distracted by trying to, you know, get to a certain income or get to some certain number that was so unattainable that, you know, even if I got to that income, that I would keep on chasing, and I would keep on, like, chasing the carrot on the string. And so I found myself at a place in 2014 where I looked around and I was like, this is it. Is this really it? Is this seriously everything I've been building up, everything I've been working for, every single thing? And, you know, the debt is still piling up. I mean, at that time, it felt like I would just get on top of one thing. I would get ahead. I would, you know, get on top of one debt, and then next thing I know, another debt would pop up. And then I would, you know, spin and try and get on top of that. And I was just in this cycle where I was getting nowhere fast. And honestly, what I thought was that I thought that meant something about me. I thought that meant that I wasn't worthy of anything better. And I really honestly thought that it was going to be forever. I thought that I was going to be in that space forever. And so I found myself completely just thinking, like, is this it? You know, in my business, I was playing small. In my business, I was not charging what I was worth at all. I was talking myself out of charging my real price and pulling back and talking about, like, when I was talking to somebody and they asked me what the price is, I would get that, like, ugh. Like your whole body just shakes and your whole body just feels like you have that pit in your stomach. And I literally felt like there was this thing in my throat where I couldn't even say it. I couldn't even talk about it. I couldn't even say what my price was because I already had stuffed it down so far because I thought I wasn't worthy. I cheapened myself before anyone had the opportunity. And a lot of that stemmed from the fact that I did not believe I was worthy of creating that much income. I didn't believe that I was worthy of generating that much impact in the world because I did not have a firm foundation to stand on at which I felt confident. I just didn't have it at that time. I remember being in the corporate world and you guys, like, literally, I got asked to be the assistant executive director at this company I was working for. And you guys, like, there was so much scarcity and lack and fear in that company that I had the executive director who was supposed to be training me what to do tell me in her office that she was too afraid to teach me what she does because she thought she was going to get fired if I learned her job. Guys, out there in the real world, there are women who are not at this level. There is competition. There is backstabbing. There is people who are so afraid of your success that they're too afraid to show you what they know. And that is not this group. That is something that when I created this group, that I was firm in my foundation and my belief in my intention in creating this group was that we are going to be a group of women who are not afraid. We might feel the fear, but we're going to take a step forward. We're going to rise together. We're going to keep moving forward, even if it's just to the next inch, even if it's just to the next little teeny step. And we're having to like shine the light for each other. And it's midnight and we're tired and the burden is heavy and the load is light. Like, we're going to rise together and we're going to do this. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first, because you know what ends up happening is that if you are in a place where you're afraid to pay yourself, then what ends up happening is you lack your needs, you lack your own basic needs. And if you're lacking your own basic needs, as cliche as it sounds, if you are not putting the mask on yourself, you cannot put the mask on someone else. You know, anyone who's flown, anybody who's ever flown ever has heard the announcement that you put the mask on yourself first and then you help your loved ones. And it is exactly the same. You know, if you are at a place where we talked about this a lot yesterday, where we talked about the 3 things that are damaging your relationships or damaging your relationship with money. And one of those things is the fear of, you know, when money is damaging a relationship because there's control or there's power, to the point where, you know, and I see this with a lot of single moms, and I'm not making you wrong in this. What I'm saying is that, you know, a lot of times moms will put their kids first to a detriment to themselves, where they feel guilty if they're not providing for their kids in a way that they never had, to a detriment to their own well-being. And you know what, honestly, when you're not taking care of yourself and you're not like watering your own plant, then what's going to end up happening, and you know, I've done this in my own business. I came to a place where I was like resenting my business and was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I am giving and I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm exhausted and I don't want to get on one more call. I don't want to show up and serve, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to. You guys, and there was a time in my life when I was giving so much, and you guys, like, I give with a different heart now. I now give from a place of abundance and wealth, and that, you know what, I've actually had people ask me, Val, are you seriously doing another free training or a free summit or, you know, all these things? Like, how are you ever going to make money? And that says nothing about my business. That says nothing about who I am. What that says, what that really speaks to, is their mindset. It's a mindset of lack. And again, I'm not making anybody wrong in this. It's just, you know, like where people are at. And here's the thing, you guys, that is so true, that if you can hook onto this one thought, if you can hook onto this one belief, and really, like, I encourage you to just, if it sounds crazy, try it on and see what happens. Because when I was able to hook on to this one thing and I was able to actually practice it, put it into practice in my life, everything changed. I went from viewing my business as this thing that's like generating income to me showing up and serving and creating impact in the world, and the cash follows. It went from being this thing that I do where I'm checking a box and I'm showing up and I'm doing these things to check the box, to look good, to, do whatever, to I absolutely 100% wake up in the morning so freaking excited and so lit up to show up and serve and hope that I can make the difference in at least one person's life today. That's my goal. The cash follows, you guys. The cash follows. Debbie says, since joining this group, I've been getting a ton of orders. Oh my gosh. Debbie, I love it. Beautiful. This is why I show up and serve the way so that, people like Debbie can come in here and say, since I joined this group, I've been getting so many more orders. You guys, this is what happens when you calibrate to women who are doing amazing things. When you align yourself to people who are doing incredible things, who are raising the bar, who are adjusting your crown, because you are a freaking abundant queen. You're an abundant queen. It is your birthright to, be able to meet your own needs. It is, it is your, I truly believe it is your responsibility to create something bigger in the world, something bigger than you. And a lot of us, that's business. And some of us, that's passion. And for some of us, there's that all blends. Like there's no difference between my passion for what I do in life and my passion for my business. It's all the same. It's like so just fluid, incorporated, like it's the same. Right here, right now, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on replay, if you're watching this on YouTube, you were created with a divine purpose. You were created with a seed that was planted inside of you that only you can grow. Only you can grow. And this is something that the world is not going to understand. The rest of the world isn't going to understand. Not your girlfriend, not your husbands, not your parents, not your kids. They're not going to understand the hunger that you have inside of you. Because this is a code that God has given you so uniquely, a passion, a dream, through your unique experiences, through your unique filter, through your unique lens, and for what you've been uniquely given, whether if that is some sort of personality trait that you've been given or an experience that might be so painful that now you get to go out and share that story and you get to create a beautiful message for someone else. You can turn your mess into a message. You can be abundant, you can be giving, and you can be loved without fear that anyone's going to take from you or that there's not going to be enough, because once you get that mindset shift, the whole world opens up for you. And you are given something so abundant that once you activate that, once you step out and you activate that feeling inside of you, once you activate that calling and that purpose, and you step out, and yes, it's going to be scary. Guys, like even saying that, like I get that like sweaty palms and like nervous, like feeling in my heart, because I remember like it was yesterday when you guys, February 2018, I was sitting in my house, in my living room, in prayer and meditation. I was at the top of my game in the corporate world. I was pulling in huge commissions. I was making money just because I was the top salesman in my company. I would make, I think it was like $1,200 a month just because I maintained that. Every single quarter, I got these awards saying, congratulations, you're the Presidential Diamond salesperson. Congratulations, you're this. Congratulations, you're that. And you guys, that meant nothing to me. Because at the end of the day, I would go home and I had this feeling. This gnawing feeling that had been there for years. I had this feeling in my heart that I knew this wasn't it. Sitting at a desk, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Yeah, I got to go out a lot because I was a sales manager and a marketing director, but I knew like there was something bigger for me. In February of 2018, I was sitting in my living room. I had my coffee in my hand. I had my dog sitting on me. It was a cold February morning. I remember, so cold. And I was sitting there and I was in prayer and meditation. And again, you guys, like everything was great. I was top of my game. I was making great commission. I had all the benefits. I had the office. I had the big desk. I had the leather furniture. I had like the title, the prestige, everything.
And I looked around and I was like, is this it? I've been climbing this corporate ladder and I'm at the top. And I was like, I don't even want this. I don't even want this. And I would go home at night and I would like be frustrated. And there was one night that I literally cried. I was face down on my pillow in bed and my husband comes in and he's like, what do I do? What's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. I have everything. We have the house, the cars, the job, the title, the benefits, the income. And I should be happy. I should feel so happy. I have the husband, I have the support, I have the dog. Like, I don't get it. I should be so happy, but I'm not. And I realized in that moment that as I was climbing this ladder for years, you guys, for years, I had been pouring my heart and my soul and everything I had into this corporate job. And I realized that I had my ladder that I was climbing up against the wrong damn building. The wrong damn building. And you guys, when I slid my notice across my boss's desk in July of 2018, and after I had built that company, I had more than doubled their income in 6 months of being there. And I slid my notice across the desk, and they replaced me just like that. And I realized that I had been pouring my heart and my soul and every single thing that I had into this company, that I was just a number. See ya. Bye. Here's the box. Pack your stuff. Guys, the boss wasn't even there on my last day. Nobody said thank you. No flowers, no card, no nothing. And I realized that, you know what? If I'm going to pour my heart and my soul into something, it's going to be my life's work. And on February of 2018, on that cold morning, God revealed to me my true purpose, you guys. And in that moment, I was so terrified. I was so scared. Like, my hands are literally, they're sweating right now just thinking about it. And I was so afraid to even say it out loud that I didn't even tell my husband, who is my best friend, and we tell each other everything. Well, not everything. There's some things I, go to my girlfriends for, or go to my coach for, or whatever. But like, we don't hold back. And I was so afraid to tell him that I didn't tell him for 2 months that I wanted to restart my business and start Val Nichols coaching. And I was so afraid and I was so terrified. And all I knew was that if I didn't do it now, if I didn't step out and say yes to my dreams, if I didn't step out and activate who I really was, because you guys, here's what I know today. What I know today is it was easy for me to hide behind the comfort and the safety of corporate. It was easy for me to hide behind the comfort and safety of playing small. It was easy for me to hide behind that because then people weren't judging me. People weren't, they couldn't laugh at my Facebook lives. They couldn't laugh at my opinions. They couldn't laugh at the fact that I was online making money and I was a Facebook coach, or, an online coach, or whatever that is, or that I actually wanted to get on a stage and share my story. And I actually wanted to get on a stage and tell people that no matter what they're going on in life, they can freaking do it. Because for someone who grew up with a single parent who worked her ass off, pardon my French, I don't cuss a lot, but for someone who grew up with a single parent who worked her butt off, and what I learned from her was that, she put everything She put everything on the line for us kids. Everything. Putting off dating for us. Working multiple jobs, doing everything she can to help us have a better life. To help us have a better life than she did. And then, as an adult, like I put everything out there. Like it was easy for me to play small. It was easy for me to not chase my dreams because it's safer to sit back with a lack mindset, with a scarcity mindset. It's easier to sit back and go, oh, well, no, it's not going to work out. Nope. I'm not going to activate my mindset. I'm not going to work on me because it's safe. It's easy. It was easier for me to be in the corporate world where I had a steady income, where I knew where the money was going to come from because it was steady. It made sense. And you guys, here's the thing. To whatever it is that you're called to do right now in this moment, it's not going to make sense. It might not even make sense for you. It might not even make sense to you because you know what? In July of 2018, when I slid my notice across my boss's desk, I literally wanted to slap my hand down and pull it back and be like, I'm just kidding. I'm staying. I'm just kidding because it didn't make sense, you guys. And here's what I learned, that when you say yes and you go all in before you're ready, when you say yes and you go all in before you're ready, when it doesn't make sense, that is when the magic happens. That's when you grow. That's when you stretch. That's when you activate things inside of you that you never thought were possible. Guys, if someone like me, growing up with a single parent, who made mistakes in my life, who at one point, didn't think I was worth anything, looked around and wondered, if this is all life's about, then I don't want to play. Someone who gave up on life on love because I was in that scarcity mindset that all the good men were taken. That I was in that scarcity mindset that, I would never be good enough. Someone who, has battled addiction and drinking a lot, alcoholism and eating disorders and all of these things. If someone like me can get to where I am now, then it is freaking possible for you. And I want to be that voice of reason. I want to be the one who connects with that one person that needs to hear this. And if that's you, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Message me right now and let me know. I would love to hear it. I just want to invite you, if you are ready to take the next step, if you're ready to activate every single abundant thing inside of you, if you're ready to step out and say, I'm ready. I am ready to go all in like I have never been ready before. If you're ready to step out and say, yes, I'm in. I'm in. Let's do this. Let's rise. I'm ready to let go of this money mindset. I'm ready to let go of this scarcity that has kept me feeling like I am in a hamster wheel. I'm ready to step out and to finally just uncover and pull out the roots of all of these things that have held me back for so long. I want to be full of passion. I want to be so lit up by the possibilities and trust and know that abundance will show up in ways that are expected and unexpected. I'm ready to step into that and just know that, no matter what, I can just continue to hit a new ceiling and hit a new ceiling and hit a new ceiling instead of staying at this plateau where no matter what you do, the income doesn't rise, because as you rise, your income rises. As you step up and you activate this brand new thing inside of you, as you step up and you rise, everything else will rise around you. And as you rise with other people, you rise, I rise, we rise together. When you're surrounded with people just like you are in this wild tribe, but in a deeper way, when you're in a container where you are not only just immersed in the middle of all of this magic that's happening, you guys, the things that will happen for you, it won't even make sense. The things that happen for you when you're in a container of magical women, of women who are rising, of women who are saying yes to activating their wealth, of women who are saying yes to activating their abundance and saying yes to stepping out in bigger, better, bolder ways. You guys, it doesn't even make sense. It's literally like clients show up out of nowhere. You start getting DMs, just people who are like, I need to work with you. I want what you have. I want your product. I want your service. I want whatever. I want your thing. And the moment you say yes to that, the moment you choose to calibrate and rise, the moment you say yes to that, even in that moment, when you say yes, you already, like, the magic starts to happen. Things start to unfold. Things start to shift for you. When you step out and you say yes, you know what? I'm all in. I'm ready to activate this thing inside of me. I am ready to let go and finally step out in. I want to have the benefits of what an abundant life can bring me. I want to have the benefits of what wealth in all forms, expected and unexpected, will bring me. I want to have the benefits of knowing my true worth, where I can step out and I can be seen and I can be something. I want to be something in the world. I want to be something, and I want to be someone that makes a difference. That, you know, at the end of the day, when I'm like 80 years old, that I can sit there in my rocking chair and just laugh and be joyful and say, oh my gosh, can you even freaking believe the things that I did? And the things that when people told me it wasn't possible, and I said, okay, watch me. When people said that, you know, it's not possible to create your dreams or to make money online or to create something that's sustainable and that you love and still have enough time to hang out with your loved one, to go on vacations, to, you know, take care of yourself in the morning, to make sure you exercise and eat right and spend time with your family. And, you know, like, it's not possible to make 6 figures in your business and still have those things. Watch me. As a matter of fact, I've already proved that wrong. So you guys, this is what can happen for you. When you decide, when you make the firm decision in yourself, when you make the promise to yourself and you get into the completion energy. Because you guys, it is so easy to start something. It's so easy to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna, or oh yes, I will next month. Or as soon as I'm this weight, I'll do it. Or as soon as I have this, I'll do it. As soon as I have this much income, then I'll go after my dreams. But when you can get in the energy of completion, where you not only say yes, but you show up, you do the deal, and you complete it with all your heart. And you look back and you're so insanely proud of yourself for who you've become and who you are, and you leave a legacy because you are a woman of wealth and you are a woman of worth. And if that's you, if that is calling to you with all your heart, don't ignore that. If it's not, that is totally okay. I'm good. Like, nobody is wrong in this. It's not wrong to want that. It's not wrong to not want that. But if that's you, I would love to invite you to the Woman of Wealth and Worth program. Guys, this is one of my signature programs. We dive deep into the money mindset. I do the exact same technique with you that I did with my client that has shifted in 1 week's time. Every single one of the people who have ever gone through this program from the beginning of time, which was beginning of time, it was March 2019 was the first time I ran this program. I've run it 5 or 6 times since then. Every single client that has gone through it has manifested like that. The money that they pay for the program, they have manifested more than what they invested for this program. It's a 6-week program. It's gorgeous. You're in a beautiful container where you are with women who are ready to rise. You're with women who are ready to activate not only something inside of them, but activate something inside of you too. And just being in that space, being in that container is just like, it's so magical. Every single time I run this, I'm like, how is this next group going to be more amazing than the last group? And every single time, you guys, you have blown my mind. I have had women who have repeated this program because they loved it so much. I had a woman go through it 3 times, and she was like, every single time I rise, and she is out there killing it right now. Guys, this is the type of thing that like is just, it's so beautiful and it's so gorgeous, and I can't even like, if you've ever been in one of my programs, you know. So imagine when you're sitting in there and you go through this program and you get down to the root of what's really going on in your money mindset. And you get down to those things where you know you can step out in a platform, and by the end of that 6 weeks, you're confident and you're being seen. You are making a difference in the world, and you are creating great money by talking about and doing what you love. And your business now is about something so much bigger than just you. It's about something so much bigger than money, because your passion is behind it, and you are so lit up by what you do that you just can't stop. You're so insanely in love with what you do, and you're making great money. Every single client has manifested that money, that investment. So some of you guys have been messaging me and letting me know about the impact and the shift that you're seeing already. Guys, Debbie's just said that like she's just been in this group and she's already having more clients come into her life. If you can do that in a free Facebook group, imagine what you would do if you invested in yourself. So if you want to save a bundle of cash and get in on something that is going to completely transform your life, completely transform your relationship with money, the way you show up in your family, the way you show up in relationships, and how you lead yourself into total and complete abundance and wealth, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to change your life. It is going to be so freaking incredible. Guys, the testimonials I have coming out of this program are so gorgeous. And I want you to get in on that. I want you to get in on that. So if you are interested, please, please, please reach out to me. If you feel aligned, if you are ready to break through your limiting beliefs, to use exactly what I use in my own life and with my one-on-one clients at a fraction of the cost of what it's going to cost to work with me one-on-one. If you want to break through and you're ready to say, you know what, there's 6 months left in 2020. There is 6 months left, and I'm saying yes. I'm going all in, even if my palms are sweaty, even if my heart is going da-dun, 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 I'm all in. I'm saying yes. I'm ready to activate. Then send me a message. There's no excuse not to, because if you are aligned and you are aligned to every single thing we just talked about, like, go all in. Allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself, you guys, because I get it. I remember holding back on purchasing coaching because I was so afraid and I didn't think I was worth it. And this is exactly why you need this program. So to align yourself with that worthiness and that wealth, and you guys, it will completely, you'll be like, how come I've never learned this before? If I would have learned this like 10 years ago, my life could look completely different. And you know what, though? I got to go through what I went through so that I can teach you now, so that I can show you through my struggles, through my experiences, what has worked and what has now left me in this space where, you guys, if you would have told me 10 years ago this is where I'd be, I wouldn't even believe you. So message me, let me know, say, I'm a woman of worth, I'm a woman of wealth, I want in. Jump in, message me, let me know if that's you. If not, like I said, I totally get it. And you know what, like, trust your gut, trust your instincts. If you're being called, trust it. If you're not, trust that. Because you get to trust yourself. You get to trust that you are abundant and that you will absolutely call into your life the right things at the right time. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching this series. It has been so much fun. Like, literally, guys, I was in tears thinking about it this morning. I was in tears thinking about how beautiful this community is, because we have a culture in here that is just so gorgeous. We have a culture in here, we have a community that is rising together, and it's beautiful. And I feel so much gratitude and so much joy that I get to be your coach through this. I get to be here with you, shoulder to shoulder, creating something beautiful. As you rise, I rise, and we rise together. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you are interested in getting more information, hit subscribe below. You can also find me on my website at www.valnichols.com. I'll see you guys later. Mwah.